I believe people are missing the nuance that is the final season of Snowfall. I already see a lot of people complaining about the fact that, oh, Franklin's character should have died or his character should have went to jail. I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is the final season gave us every ending someone could have in the drug game. They just decided to use different characters in order to do it. For instance, Jerome, the OG, looks around, sees the drug game is fucked up, attempts to leave the drug game, gets killed before he makes it out. Louis wants to stay in the game, stays in the game too long, ends up on the wrong side of the law, on the run for the rest of her life, constantly having to look over her shoulder. Leon gets out of the drug game, comes back, realizes how bad it is, gets back in the drug game, not to basically make money or control his community, but to basically protect the people in his community, protect the people that he loves, and try and foster something a little bit better, right? Then you have Teddy. Teddy's whole thing was making money, screwing over all of the people that basically put their faith and trust in him and ended up getting killed by those people. And then the last person is Franklin. Franklin is the last person a part of this entire perfect map that the final season essentially sets up, where he gets out of the drug game,
Disconnected.
comes back into the
Pairing.
drug game, and then everything just completely falls apart. And he falls apart. And he breaks. And he loses himself. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes the fall, losing all of those people that you love, all the decisions that you made, the ones that worked out, the ones that didn't. You look at your mom, who's another example of somebody who basically went to jail for life, like other people in the drug game do. You look at all of the pieces of your life completely falling apart, and the last vestiges that are supposed to hold you down in your wife and your unborn kid that you're hoping are going to be the bright spots end up disappearing. He broke. He broke and he ended up essentially where his father was at the beginning of the series, on the streets, talking to himself, worried that the CIA is going to come down and finish the job because of what he did with Teddy and because of what he knows. His friend, Leon, same way Sissy was trying to get Alton off the streets. Leon trying to get him off the street, but realizing that Franklin is broken and he is a lost cause. Having to watch this person that you love, that you grew to love, who's basically a shell of themselves, that's just shambling around the neighborhood, ranting and raving, sleeping in gutters, drinking every single day to forget his pain and to forget everything that he's done. You see it on Leon's face. There's nothing he can do. He can't save Franklin. Only Franklin can save Franklin. But the problem is, Franklin Saint died before the time skip. The person that you basically, no, Saint died before the time skip. The person that you basically see there is the version of Franklin that he was afraid to turn into, where he turned into his father. He turned into Alton. He's wandering around the streets just like his dad was. That was his nightmare. And he ended up in that exact same scenario because sometimes in the drug game, you can be up here with everything and then instantaneously lose everything and end up way worse than when you initially got into the game. And this entire show is basically just a warning. It's a warning about what to expect inside this type of life. I'm fairly certain that there are people who've been a part of the game who watch this and see the subtle nuances and they're like, yep, that right there, this right there. But I don't think we should discount the final season just because they chose not to kill Franklin. Because Franklin is a cautionary tale. He's a cautionary tale of flying too close to the sun, burning, and crashing into a fucking pit that's way deeper than where you initially launched off from. But hey, oh boy. Like I said, man, I already know that this episode is going to be super fucking divisive. I think a lot of people were hoping he was going to end up being killed like Ghost or being sent to jail like Frank Lucas. Sometimes that ain't the outcome. Sometimes that's not the path or the destiny that lays before you. Sometimes you lose everything and you literally lose everything. But hey, Let me know what you thought about the final season of Snowfall, the final episode of Snowfall. Let me know what you think about Franklin's fate. Comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.